So this week I'm talking about type T for teapot, personalities. Not type A, which is, you're highly stressed, running around, and busy, high achieving person, or type B, which is more relaxed, laid back on the couch, low motivation type person. No, we're talking about type T. Now, type T stands for tension. So what personalities are out there that are more prone to having tension in their body and therefore pain? Now, this was conjured up by Dr. John Sarno, the pioneer of mind-body medicine, who I talked about in my very first live stream show here on Thursday nights. And then the author and physician, Dr. David Schechter, who I've also interviewed for my podcast show, was talking about this with me recently. And I just recently read his book called Think Away Your Pain. It's a great read if you're interested from a family physician's perspective on the mind-body connection and chronic pain. And within this book, he talks about the type T personalities. So what are they? Well, if you're a highly motivated or high achiever, that's one of the characteristics. Next is a nice person, or somebody who needs to be good. The next is somebody who's somebody who's a perfectionist or a people pleaser. So maybe that's you. Another one is highly responsible, or somebody who's quick to judge. Maybe that's you. And the other one is O for ordered or orderly. So, if these characteristics are your traits, and in David's book he talks about 2 of the 6 or 7 characteristics is a prognostic factor. So a factor that looks towards this diagnosis of a mind-body chronic pain state. So if you've got 2 of those, you could well have the chronic pain due to the mind-body connection. So what do we do with this knowledge, right? I think, to be honest, I've got all 5 or 6 of them, which is rather funny. But I've also had chronic pain and a few other symptoms down my life which correlates with chronic pain as well. So I fit very nicely into this categorization. So there's your type T's. Now, so what can we do if you're thinking, oh my goodness, I've got that one, and I'm a people pleaser, and I'm a highly responsible person, and I do critically judge myself. If you're sitting there right now thinking, yeah, that's me, and at least 2 of those 7 or so, what do we do to change it? Well, David talks about a very clever way to basically measure the rate of change that we can implement with these personalities. So first thing to do is to give yourself a score out of 10 for this. So say you're a people pleaser, and I would say, right, what is your score out of 10? 10 is I'm always people pleasing, like 100%, or 0, like I'm not people pleasing at all. So you will be high, you'll probably be a 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. So say it's a 10 out of 10. So the goal with this is to reduce it by 2 points or 3, but be realistic. So you may think, oh, well, 8 out of 10, that's still high, but that's a 20% reduction. That's massive when you consider people pleasing. Another one, if you could be, quick to self-judge. I know in the home, I'm always critically judging myself about what's going on. So I would say I'm pretty high up in there at 10 out of 10. So if I have a goal of 9 out of 10, I just want to drop it a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. That would actually have major effects on de-stressing you and also helping your pain scores. So what are kind of examples of what you could do? Well, if you're a major people pleaser and there's something in your life that's irking you and you think, well, I shouldn't really be doing that with that person, I'm going to start saying no. Maybe just one person, you're going to start saying no. Or, like me this week, I said no to emails. So I'm not going to do emails every night. I'm going to purposely focus on other things. So I'm going to just do less emails. So I'm not going to please myself by always doing my emails. I'm going to do more productive things. So I'm just dropping that scale a little bit. My goal is maybe, I say an 8 out of 10. So whatever it is in your life that you can look at, that you're maybe self-critical, or you're very orderly, maybe you just need to, leave the pillows and the couch a little bit disorderly, or maybe you can just say, no, I'm not going to be a perfectionist on this aspect of my life. I'm going to relax more. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to hang out with friends. I'm just not going to be so organized over there and so perfect in what you're doing. So just drop the scores. And really, at the end of the day, my experience with tension, it is the thing in the body that is holding the peripheral nerves, which contain that super sensitized state that you feel your chronic pain with. So, we know our brains have nerves that come down your spinal cord out through the adjacent to the spinal cord called the vertebral foramens, which is the little holes in the side of the spinal canal there. Comes out down to your body, and say your arms, your legs, or your back, and ends up down into the body, say your back or your lower limbs where you've got pain. So it's those little nerves where you're feeling it are getting squished, and the tension in the body is literally causing this. And we can switch that off at several levels. We can switch it off in the brain by changing our behaviors and dropping those standards just a little bit. Because in reality, you can't change your personality. I don't think it's possible to stop being a perfectionist if you are one, or completely stop being self-critical. But you can be less critical. And the other treatments, as we discussed last week, trigger point injections is a great way to help release that tension in the body. So tonight we're talking about personalities. Can you relate to those? And if you can, get a score going out of 10 and see if we can drop them with some behaviors that can take the stress out of your life, and watch how the pain scores in your life also start dropping, hopefully, as you do this. Just one of many things. So I hope you liked that tip tonight. It's been good and fun doing it once again. Just a legal disclaimer here: if you've got chronic pain, make sure you're going to see a physician or a local doctor near you for some advice if that's what you need right now. I really enjoyed this show. So I'm just going to say bye for now from me and my dogs Arena and Jagger, who are here just sleeping away, and we'll say goodbye, and I look forward to the next video next week. Have a good one. Bye for now.